Folks, this is bad. Did you know that long-term stress, where you're stressed out long-term, can have negative impacts on your mind, emotionally, decision-making? It could have negative impacts on your body, high blood pressure, heart disease, and it can have negative impacts on your digestive system. And those are just the top three. So how do you deal with this? How do you deal with stress? Because we're all dealing with stress every day from our job. That's where the majority of my stress came from for 30 years. I was a supervisor of a large division office, a lot of responsibility, a lot of employees. How do you deal with stress over long term so it doesn't negatively impact you? And I know in my life, if I didn't have these 7 steps I'm going to talk about today, I would have really been hurting. So today we're going to cover 7 steps that can help you reduce stress in your life. And these are positive things that you can do to help relieve stress and not let it affect you over the long term. Now, a couple years ago, I wrote a book called Your Finest Hour Is Now, and I'll link to it below, shameless plug. But one of the last chapters in that book was we're all human, and it dealt with this topic of stress. I felt it was so important to talk to supervisors. The book's about leadership and those in stressful situations. I felt it was so important to talk to them about, look, you're going to be under a lot of stress. You're going to have a lot of issues. This is how you take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of others, okay? So I'm going to post that last chapter on my website. Again, I'll link to it below. And I hope that also helps with this video, helps you deal with this issue that we call stress. Now, folks, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist. I have no medical training. I'm talking to you from experience where I was in a stressful job for over 30 years, working with a lot of employees, working with life or death situations. And these are the steps I learned to take care of myself, because you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. And one of the things that I talk about in my book, in the last chapter, is about the cargo tanks. You say, what is a cargo tank, Steve? Well, you've seen them at the gas station. They haul gasoline, they haul propane, these big cargo tanks that go down the road. And how many times have you seen one explode? But do you know they're under a lot of stress? There's a lot of stress inside that tank, and a lot of pressure can build up inside that tank. And those tanks cost well over $500,000. But they have a little device on them called a pressure relief device. And what that device does is it releases the stress. As the stress builds in that tank, that pressure relief device opens, and it allows the pressure to release, so the structural integrity of the tank is not compromised. And that's what I'm trying to do with these 7 steps here. I had to find a way in my life to release stress so my body didn't hurt, so my mind, my health, my physical body did not suffer from the stress I was experiencing. And that's why I'm giving you these today. So again, I'm not a doctor, but I have been under stress for a long time. And this is how I learned to deal with it. And I hope it helps spur some ideas in you on how you can also release stress in a healthy way. And that's what I'm going to focus on here. Healthy ways, not with alcohol, not with drugs. These are healthy things you can do that you can control to help relieve stress in your life and protect yourself. Okay? So let's get started. Now here comes number 1. One of the best ways to reduce stress, and what I put at number 1 on this list, is just simply taking a walk. You know, walking has been so good for me over the years as a stress reliever. And it's really important, because what it does is your body's in motion, and you start relaxing as you walk, and your heart's getting blood pumping and oxygen to your brain, and its mind, its body, and its magic. And I can't tell you how many times the walk has really calmed me down and released stress levels when I was working. And it's easy to do. Anybody can do it. You can walk out your house and start walking. So this is number 1. Take a walk. Take a walk every day if you can. You're going to be amazed at the therapeutic value of just walking. Simple things like this is what relieves stress, folks. It's not complicated. Simple things. This is number 1. Let's go on to number 2. Folks, I'll put some links below to some of the other training courses I have on my website. and I'll give you a special code where you can get a great discount. I have 10 other training courses on my website. One of them deals with how not to panic in a panicky situation, so things like that. There's free samples with all of them, and they kind of go with what this video is about. So if they help you, that would be great, and I'll put the links below. And I appreciate the support. Thank you. Okay, number 2 in our 7 steps to reduce stress is get outside. Get in nature. Getting in nature is one of the best ways to reduce your stress levels. Now, I'm out kayaking today on the American River here in Northern California, but you could be walking in the woods, you could be taking a bike ride, you could be doing a number of things today outside, and it's a great way to relieve stress. There's something about nature that resets your body, resets your mind, makes you feel good, reduces your stress levels. Now, unlike walking, which is usually fairly easy, you can usually walk out your door and go walking, and that's a great one. I use that one probably more than any. This one requires a little more commitment. You got to usually drive somewhere, drive to a trail or drive to, river or lake and fish and kayak or whatever you want to do. But I'm telling you, it's well worth it. If you're feeling stressed out, get out in nature. There's no inflation out here. There's no worry. There's no politics. It's nice and peaceful. It's people having fun, enjoying themselves. And it's a real stress reducer. So that's number 2. Let's move on to number 3. Okay, folks, number 3. And I didn't want to go here, but I have to. This is a stress bandit. This is a wonderful device. Everybody has one. Everyone loves them. You can do wonderful things on here. You can communicate, stay in touch. But it has a dark side. And that dark side is it can put unbelievable amounts of stress on you. It doesn't even have to be work related. It can be social media. It can be text messages. It can be your friends wanting you to comment on something, okay? There's a host of ways that this thing can control your life and put you under enormous stress. And you need to control it. You need to keep it in its place so it keeps you happy and does not overly stress you out. There comes a time, whether you turn it off physically or you just put the mute button on, you need to put this thing away. You need to set it aside. Turn the beeps off. Quiet it down. I don't care how many notices are coming in or texts. You need time away from the phone to relax and unwind. And if you're on this 24/7, it is going to put a lot of stress on your body. I know this. I carried a phone in my job for 35 years, and I had to be available on that phone 24/7 by email or by phone call. Okay, but I learned how to manage it. I learned how to, so it would not dominate me. I learned when I was going to check it and when I was not going to check it. Okay, you need to do the same. And when you set limits, people understand. So if you're stressed out and you're looking at this thing all the time, what you need to do is turn it over, place it down on a desk somewhere, and have some quiet time. Read a book, spend some time with your children. Okay, this is a great thing to have. It's very useful, but it is a stress bandit. It will put a lot of stress on you if you don't keep it in its place. So if you keep it in its place, it'll be a very valuable tool for you. So this is number 3. Let's move on to number 4. The 4th thing that I've done to reduce stress in my life, and I would recommend to you, and that is limit your intake of the news. I want to ask you a question. How much % of the news that you watch do you feel is positive versus negative? I feel it's mainly negative, mostly negative. Okay, whichever side of the aisle you're on, doesn't matter. It's mostly negative information. And I want you to picture yourself just inhaling that negativity all day long, checking your feed all day long on what's going on in the news in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, okay? And you're just flooding yourself with that negativity, and that you can just feel the stress from other people's lives and whatever else is happening in the world just coming in on your life. So here's my advice, and this is what I did. Just measure it out a little bit better, okay? I don't watch the news all day long. I may watch it at night. I may watch it in the morning. I'm not on the news feed all day long because I don't need that stress. The world's going to go on without me. It's not important. I'm not going to destroy my body by trying to take on all the stress and negativity that's in the world and put it in my body. And so these are things that you have to limit. You have control of this. So if the news is stressing you out, then control it. Control it with the amount of time you put into it, and just have parts of the day, the longer the better, or you just let it go. Check it in the morning, check it at night. It's not changing that much during the day. And what you'll find is that you're not going to be as stressed out. You're not going to be thinking about all the world's problems, because guess what? You can't solve them all anyway. So take my advice, try this. Just limit what you intake from your news feed, and I think you're gonna see that is going to help you with your stress levels. Let's move on to number 5. Okay, folks, number 5. We're on number 5, and number 5 is something that you probably didn't see coming. Okay, this one's going to take you by surprise, but I'm telling you, this one is going to reduce a lot of stress in your life, both professionally and personally. I've tried it over the last 30-some years. It works. And that is integrity. Are you a person of integrity? Do you tell little lies to people? Do you post things on social media that you shouldn't post and then try to hide it? Do you say things that you shouldn't say and then try to hide it? All that stuff creates stress in your life. It creates stress in your job. It creates stress between you and employees. It creates stress between you and your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend. Learn to be a person of integrity. What you say is truthful. People can trust what you tell them. People can trust if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do something. Okay? As you become a person of integrity, you're going to see that a lot of this stress that comes with not being a person of integrity falls away. And suddenly you'll notice how clear the air is when you can talk with people honestly and openly and have a discussion with them, not trying to hide things. And you learn that you can be honest with people. You can give them truth with grace and not demean them or run them down as a human being, but at the same time, give them positive or negative feedback. I've done this for years. It works. Learn to be a person of integrity. This is something that's about you, okay? You can't buy this. You can't go to the store and get it. It has nothing to do with how much money you have or how many items you have or what kind of car you drive. This is about you, your integrity, and it matters. And when you're a person of integrity, when you're a person of honesty, when you're a person of your word, guess what? Stress levels reduce. And you'll notice this right away. So start today. Nobody's perfect. We all fail at this, but start today. Start trying to be a person of integrity. Pick one spot in your life where you say, you know what? I need to step up my integrity level in this area. I need to start being truthful here. I need to start being honest with my employees. And you're going to notice a difference, and people will react to you differently. And I think this is one of the best things you can do to relieve stress levels. In fact, it works so well for me that I actually had a chapter in my book, chapter 3, on this very topic of integrity. Try it and see what it does for you. Okay, that's number 5. Let's move on to number 6. Okay, the number 6 thing that I do to reduce stress and that I feel is very necessary for stress reduction, and that is a physical workout. I'm a strong believer that having a strong body helps you have a strong mind, okay? And it helps protect your body from stress. So I've put into place for many years, probably the last 40 years, a simple workout routine that I do every week, 3 times a week, 30 minutes for each workout. It includes weights, it includes some aerobic, okay? I change it up each day. And it's not a heavy lift. It's not like I'm not lifting 200 pounds. I'm doing light weights, aerobics, 15, 20 minutes, and that's it. And that has really helped my body stay fit. It's helped me stay underweight. It's helped my stress levels, okay? And it helps me participate in everything else I do. So having a strong body is necessary to reduce stress. It really helps reduce stress. Now, I realize that not everybody can work out. There's some physical limitations there. But I feel like weights, especially using weights, whether it's really light, 2 pounds, 5 pounds, dumbbells, helps you build muscle, and that helps your body protect itself against stress. So this has been something that I've done for a long time. And when I stop doing it, I feel myself going down. I can feel it when I'm not working out. Okay. And it's just really beneficial. And I thought it needed to be one of the top 7. You have to take care of your body if you want to be able to fight off stress, okay, in your life. Your body has to be strong. And to make that strong, sometimes you got to work out. If you'd like to know the workout that I do and how I change it up, please put some comments below, and I will contact information, and I will send you something that you can see what I do, or maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't know. Give me your comments on it. But something with weights and aerobic, I feel is really necessary, and hopefully you'll find that helpful. Okay, that's number 6. Let's go to the last one. I think you're going to like the last one. Number 7 is one of my favorites to reduce stress, and that is do something that makes you smile. Do a creative hobby. Maybe you like painting. Maybe you like taking photos. Those are good stress reductions. Also, music. I love to listen to music. It really relaxes me. By the way, I've done a review on this HomePod. You might want to see it. I'll link it below. Or listen to a good podcast. And again, I have a great recommendation for you there. Something that's, not serious. Something that just makes you think, makes you relax. And the last thing I would suggest is volunteering. So do things that just make you smile. Keep being who you are, and keep stress in its place. Don't think about the things that are always bringing stress on you. Take that time to enjoy these other things in your life that make you happy, make you smile, and that's going to help you reduce those stress levels and build up that tolerance. So when you got to go back to work, or you got to go back into that stressful situation, you're going to feel rested, you're going to feel good, and you're going to feel ready to take on new challenges. So folks, in conclusion, I hope one of these 7 steps can help you dealing with stress in your life. They've certainly helped me in my life over the years. Stay healthy, protect my body, protect my mind, and you need to do the same. And I hope they've maybe stirred up in you other things that you can do to help relieve stress. This is very important, especially if you have a stressful situation, a stressful job, and you have to do things long term. You have to know how to deal with stress so it doesn't negatively impact your body. And I'll put all the links to the resources I talked about below. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.